Open the software first. Double-click to open. After opening, into this interface, let's talk about the first function first, the background function. Click to collect the background function and click OK. This is the background function. Acquisition complete. Select the second function to collect samples and click the button. Click OK. About this function, divided into upper and lower parts. About the first part, it is to collect the background. After the background collection is completed, a prompt box will come out. Please put in the sample. Then click OK. Now we're going to put in the sample. OK, now we're going to put in the sample. Put pressure on. The sample has been put in and completed. The sample spectrogram has been collected. You need to take out the sample now. Sample has been taken out. Let's look at the next function. Select Tool button. More on that later. Look at the fourth button. The fourth function is Coordinate tool. Select a part, and you put the mouse up here. Data with horizontal and vertical coordinates will appear. Now choose the third function. Select Tool button. Coordinate tool orientation. Now let's move on to the next feature. What does this do? This is the interval tool. Click Interval tool. What about this interval tool? Okay. Mainly used for some other analysis. You will meet it later. Click on the selection tool. Click on the next function, labeling tool. What about remote control tools? Select right. Click. There are some filters of some values. The seal has been completed. Click the Select Tools button. Label tool cancel. Data stays here. Okay, now what? We need to unseal some data. Don't move it. There is a labeling tool behind it. Think of the next feature. Peak height tool. The first point. Expand the spectrum. Expansion. Click to raise tool. Right-click. We're in the upper left-hand corner. We'll show the corresponding lunatic. The seal height will display the data. No rich. Because we only have two. Okay, choose the tool to seal the height tool and cancel it. Right-click to return to the original state. The next feature is the peak area tool. It is also necessary to put the data. Enlarge the spectrogram. Click the cover button. Jiaoxi pair. Right-click at Auto Whirlwind. Then, just read the wind area. Right-click will automatically whirlwind. Will be the same as the wind height tool. It will automatically read the peak area. What is this label? Annotation tool. Now select the annotation tool. Arbitrary change does not exist. So let's say we pick a side. Select. Some automatic annotations will be displayed. OK, cancel first, OK first. Let's talk about the next function. Manual limit adjustment. Manual limit adjustment. Fine. That absorbance. First, change to absorbance mode. OK. Click Manual to join. This will correct the flatness of the limit. 3-point correction. Pick 3 points to correct for it limit straightness. Can you still order my clothes? All right. Don't you drink water? And bring it up. You automatically call a taxi manually. Manual? Probably not. So be it. Okay, okay. What do you mean? The fourth function. Last next feature. Y-axis macro. Y-axis macro. A new spectrogram will come out. This spectrogram will be filled with 0-100 horizontal seats. That vertical coordinate is filled. Yeah, okay. Next feature, mobile spectrogram. Select. Click. Can't move Y. Can't you move it? Tell you. Okay, this feature is a mobile activity. Okay, next. Now on to the search settings function. Click Search Settings. Put the picture to be tested in the spectrogram library. The corresponding standard spectrogram library. Import into the software. Do you have to talk about these functions? Tell me about it, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. I'm done. Well, go first. Let's take a look at the above function first. What about some paths for importing spectrogram library? Add, and some paths to remove superuser. The left side is for create spectrogramo library, and add, delete, and modify the spectrogramo library. Some operations of click Create. Three, good. Now the creation is complete. The second function is management. Here it is. Have you used it, Xiao Chen? Some management of the area of ordinary households. Addition, deletion, modification, etc. The third function is to delete ordinary accounts. Click whether to delete, yes to delete. Then look to the right. On the right, it can be added to the software. Select. Here's the first one. The first is to add all. The second is to remove it all. The third is to add one and select that one. Add selected. The fourth is to remove the selected one. P, but I can't see clearly. Save. Okay. Okay, what is measured now? How about now? The auxiliary library has been migrated to the auxiliary library. It has been completed. The last function is to select the spectrogram just tested. Click on spectrogram to search. Click normal to unlock. Describe each function in detail. The first function is to retrieve the name. You can type this in the text box. The name of the reference material you want to retrieve. Then search for the name. Have. Let's see if this result is available in our ordinary library. This is the first function. The second thing is spectrogram. Click on spectrogram to search. It will use the picture. Search in our spectrogram library. The third function is file retrieval. You click on file retrieval. It will use the map we have measured. Compare with you to choose another file. Okay. Now the next function is spectral comparison. Now the next function is to separate and overlap. Click to separate and overlap. Different comparison interfaces will be presented. Click again and it will separate. Clicks overlap. The next function is the printing function. This function is for spectrogram search. After comparing the results, click spectrogram to print the report. We'll present this form of a report. You didn't tell him you couldn't see it. You couldn't see it. Do not do. Up or up. Or down. This function, these two functions, for comparison in multiple spectrogram libraries. What about post comparison? You can freely choose which spectrogram to watch. Now, the first part of the explanation has been completed. And let's talk about it now. These functions above in the first file option. The first function is to turn on. Open the main image we saved earlier. Click to open. Then we select the main image saved before. Click open again. The previous picture will open on our page. The second function is to save. This is to save the spectrogram we measured. Choose the picture you want to save. Then select Save. Choose a good save path. Select Save Directly. I saved it. The third function is to save as. Same as saving. Well, the function is to put our picture, save as to our machine, on the hard drive of the computer. Then save the savable format. You can choose in the memory below. Click Save. It's saved. The fourth function is to print. Print our spectrogram function. Then select Print Spectrogram. Information about our spectrogram. The spectrogram on this page will be printed to our print preview. Click Print again. Connect the printer. You can print it. The next function is to print reports. Just print this current page. Well, print this page now. Then there are things on the whole page. He will hit. Just print it all. Then click Print. You can print out our page. The following is a setting function of spectrogram. Open spectrogram settings. Well, the print settings function. Open our print settings. Then choose a few options inside. For example, you can enter our company name, including some information such as the model number of this sample. Click OK. It will also appear on our printed report. The last function is, it's a function of exiting the software. The second item below. The first is that we turn off our spectrogram function. Do you have a lot of records below? Then which one do you want to close? Select it. Click to close the general line. Click OK again. Then this spectrogram is closed. The second function is to turn off all. It means closing all spectrogram. If you want to shut down all spectrogram, then click directly and then click OK. He will close all spectrogram. The third is the copy to pasteboard function. It will put of the current page. A page of spectrogram, copy it to, in the form of pictures, copy it to the clipboard. You can go directly outside to find a Word file. Files like words or drawings. Go copy it in. Then the last one is to check the spectrogram information. This is to click on us to view spectrogram information. You can check the map we just tested. All his information about spectrogram. Then these are like company names. Then this some remarks or other information can be filled in with us. Fill it in and then print the report. The report will display the information we filled in. Well, the third one is the view option. View options. The first is that we are full. The first option is called Full Scale Display. Click Full Scale Display, and it would fill the screen. The second is the same scale display. If you have two diagrams, they are a little bit different. Do you want it to G? Try to overlap them. We can choose this same scale display. It will weigh, basically overlapping. Hey! See you! You're Then the third choice. The third option is our settings area. Scope of view. Click on us. The third option. This is where we set the view range. You can go from the x-axis to the y-axis. All from online to offline. To set our view scope, you can appropriately increase or decrease. Well, the fourth option is mesh switching. Just click the grid to switch the grid behind it. It will disappear. Then if necessary, let's say when you want to print a report, I don't want to see a grid like this. You can cancel it. The fifth option is a mode switch. It will be whole, an ordinary model. We'll switch to this coordinate. Click again, switch back. What about the sixth one? It's one of our abscissa switches. What we just used was a beam of format. Then click to switch. It switches to abscissa. Switch to wavelength. Click again and we'll switch back. Good. Fourth. The fourth is an option for one of our collections. Four zeros. Okay. Then collected. Is that an option? Collect the first item. The first item is the acquisition setting. Then enter our collection settings. Well, we usually use it more often. One involves the number of acquisition times. It may also involve a resolution of our instrument. It may also involve the use of hours. A data format. A commonly used one is transmittance. One is absorbance. On the right is our background management. We can set it up. For example, sample the product first, or an order of taking the background first. The second tab is our workbench options. What about the workbench option we commonly use? Would involve setting up one of our acquisition ranges. It's on our right. These two acquisition ranges here. The third option is an electrical current for an instrument, voltage, etc. A monitor. Basically, it shows normal, but there is no problem. The second, collected. It is a function of collecting background. Collect background. Just like the collection background of the big icon before. It's the same. Don't repeat. The third one is, and the third is a sampling function. Before this, the following one was
The
big.
second
large icon to collect the sample is the same. Don't repeat. Well, the last one is a 3Q. A function of a triple 3Q simulation can do it automatically. We do a 3Q certification for the instrument. What about this one? There is an additional charge. This will not be displayed for the time being. So, now for the next feature. Now on to the next function. Well, what about the first function? Is to put spectrogram to perform that transformation. Switch to absorbance mode. Now watermelon OPO mode. What about the second function? Then you can put this spectrogram. Turn it into a form of pass rate. Spectrogram, do the reverse. Two different ways of expressing. The second function. It's the same. It is also a conversion. Can be converted to different formats. Okay. Now on to the fourth function. A tutorial for FTIR. Click to see a new supplement has been added. Is for this one. Aimed at. The measured soil map will be corrected. Wait, I'll do it. A little more advanced. Is this a little more advanced? The first point, I just need to measure you out this spectrogram. Go to convert first. Then click Advanced FTIR again. What about FTIR? Yes, choose FTIR crystal disk. Different forms of crystal disks. Material. Well, you can choose according to the situation on site. And this way, there are default values. What happened? Fourth. What about the function is to keep some original data. See if it is reserved. Be better according to your needs. Okay, that's it. Turn it off. Too busy. This is a KK dial, used to measure jewelry. What about this KK function? KKK conversion. It's called KN exponential conversion. This is generally used when measuring jewelry. Convert the main graph to K, main graph K exponent or N exponent. This should be used by customers for jewelry testing. Click below. Smooth. Yeah, how often? A dialog box will appear. Well, the general default value is 13. Well, it is not built, and it is not recommended that customers make changes. 13 have to be changed. Then see the situation on site and make changes. Point OK. A spectrogram will be added. It is a spectrogram after conversion. Partial flower. This is advanced smoothing. Click. Same thing, change some of these values. You can set a smoothing point on the left and right sides. The higher the number of smoothing points, the better the effect. It may smooth out some small winds. Yes, if the left side is rough. Click to set the left. Right side can be set right side. You can get another pro. Okay, the picture needs to be converted. In absorbance mode, click our mechanical correction function. Click limit correction function. Yes, if your limit you think is oblique. Quite oblique, not straight. If it is not correct, select this function. The default value is also 3, and then measure it according to the situation on site. Just click OK. Well, it will come out a new limit. A picture after emphasis. OK. See the next feature. You put it there. Right? No. General graph and general graph operations. It is to add or subtract the general map and other functions. You can choose to different spectrogram. And then selecting them at the bottom right is spectrogram. For example, add or subtract. Multiply or divide. Then go get a spectrogram and the new general graph after the general graph operation. The next feature is general graphs and constant arithmetic. It's spectrogram, so to speak, multiplied by 1 or multiplied by 2. Or divide by 2. Do Perform a constant calculation of this graph. Get a new calculated plot. The next function is to hide spectrogram. You said choose this spectrogram. After selecting this spectrogram, then click Hide Spectrogram. What about this picture? We'll hide. What about the second function for display output? We'll show. Then this is to hide all some aids. The interface is already blank. I'm testing all these now, some aids or something will not show. Click to show all assistance. What about after clicking? What about some of the aids we measured? All will be displayed on the interface. What about this function? A function of linearization. How can it be used? We select the image. Then I'll click here first. Item display. I'll click on the item display first. Now it's time to put some other spectrogram. It's all hidden. What about me? The first point, it is to use the interval tool to label. After marking, click linearization. Nah, this happens. That's what linearization does. Let's look at the last function, y-axis normalization. Nah, it will be displayed below, a function that is not optimized for outsourcing. Just started with us. The y-axis fish change mentioned before is the same function. One is automatic, one is manual. Well, you need to distinguish between customers. That's what we talked about before. The function mentioned earlier, the function of y-axis normalization, is the same. Just one is presented on the interface. One is presented in a menu bar. A y-axis normalization? Both are the same. Can choose. The functions below the analysis menu bar. What about the first one? It's the standard wind. It's the standard wind. Well, first of all, how does it work? First, the measured spectrum. Change it to the form of watermelon record. Click again. Show up. It corresponds to this absorbance. Some peaks of a certain peak. Move the mouse. It's the same. Which one do you want to show? And then you're left to make your own choices. After ordering, then it's the same. Same as the operation steps mentioned before. Click on the selection tool. Horizontal line cancel. So let's move on to the next function. Clear label. Click to clear the label. What about the scope? You can choose. What if I don't choose? Will be aimed at a certain This was measured by this sketch. Clear as a whole. Good, the seal has been cancelled. Talk about the next function. How to use the wind height of the machine. The first point, spectrogram, is still the same. It is displayed separately first. Display it separately first. It looks better this way. Click on this function. If so, I want to see the wind height of this wind. Make sure the wind is high. And I'm going to move this dead wire. What about the value he measured? For the distance from the limit to the cap. The value appears in the upper left corner of the data. Okay. Then let's talk about the next function. This function is a search type. Normal search? The unlock settings are the same as before. What about the unlock settings? It is the same function as mentioned before. The function is the same. I won't go into that. The second function, Purdue search, is the same. Also search this dish with this Purdue. This button. Well, the function is the same. Not much to say. Third, create new ordinary households. What about new ordinary households? Same thing. Select function, yes, and what? Well, it is, and the button new in the search settings. The function is the same, so I won't say much. Is this added to the normal library? I've said it before. Did you say it? Never said, never said. Add the diagram to the normal library. Then I'll focus on it here. The last two. Let me tell you again. Click to create a new normal library. Choose. Choose a good name. Click Create. What about after creation? Remove the asterisk. Write the same name. Yeah, it's fine. What about after saving? Step 2, click the Unlock Settings button. You can also click this button to unlock the Settings button. Okay, select the test where you just created. Double-click and it will move over. Double-click and it will move over. Click OK to confirm. OK. Then this function has been completed. Now we need to explain the next function. Add to auxiliary. Select. Select the name of the regular account you just created. Click OK. Enter the same name. Click OK. OK, it's already spectrogrammed you. It's already saved. It is now standard spectrogram. It has been saved in the spectrogram library. It has now been created. Click OK. A functional and practical gadget menu bar. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So, what about this little utility? It has several functions in it. One is to adjust and change the resolution. One is the main picture of a homemade painting. And a bunch of other functions. What about these functions? It's just that we don't need it. You don't use one of the only tools you use. It is used for foot alignment. Change the laser frequency and correct it. National standard. What about the first point? That's what we need. That is to say, after installing when the software is updated. It needs to be measured with polystyrene. A spectrum of the corresponding polystyrene film, like this interface. And this spectrum is a spectrum of polystyrene. Then click the parentheses. National standard. This function. Successful submission. Okay, the paper has been handed in successfully now. Now this function is normal. Now it can be carried out normally. Use some others. Just test how you want. What about some of the previous functions? It's used in a number of other industries.